Alright guys, well, surprisingly, most of the votes I've gotten were for, well, at the time of this filming this video, were for seeing the low bench. So, here we go. Now, I already had it filmed, but there were a couple other things I looked at it, and I forgot a couple things I wanted to mention, so I decided to redo it. So, there we go. I'm still using Lee presses. I got a single stage here. With a universal decapper. I use that for depriming on my brass before I clean it. Alright. I got a 4-stager. I use that for all my automatic rounds. I like the classic turret press in case I got to change back, or wanting to do something funky and I'm wanting to do a couple of the same stage, like I'm testing on a new load. Over here I got my 3-hole turret press. I do my 223s, and I do all my revolver rounds are done on this one. Matter of fact, if it wasn't a specific ammo I was trying out or something Jim brought out, just about every 357 or 38 you see me shoot on this channel loaded on this press. Alright. You just can't beat the presses. I mean, everybody says go Dylan. It's more than I need. They exert more pressure than you need. This does what I need it to do. And some people have complaints about Lee or this breaking or that breaking. Let me give you. I bought another powder drop, used, missing some pieces. Okay, I called up Lee and asked how much it would be for the pieces. They just shipped them to me. Something breaks, you just call Lee. They'll ship you the piece. That's what I like about Lee. There's no fuss. There's no muss. Something breaks, they ship you another one. It's not a big deal, and it's 2 days, 3 days, something like that. I've not had any problems with Lee stuff. It's relatively inexpensive as the low press stuff goes. I love the dies. I'm one of the few that does the carbide dies, because when you're doing the pistol carbide dies, you don't have to case lube, which saves a step, saves a whole lot of time. Alright, plus case lube gets gunky. Yeah, gunky, lack of better terminology. Alright. Now you'll want to come up with some way to sort brass while you're doing your stages. I work in a truck stop, not like Eric and Travis work in a truck stop. I mean, I actually run a fuel desk at a truck stop, and we also have a retail store, so these little Geary Daily boxes come in handy. This is 9mm. For some reason, pistol rounds, I clean them, then I deprime them, and then I clean them again. I don't know why. Something I've always done. I really have no reason why. I like these little jars. From Walmart, they're $1. These are good for before just shoving it all in there after I collect it. These two are stages. I was going through 223. This box, I was almost done. This box, it's all been cleaned, deprimed. Well, I always do my deprime my 223 before I clean it, but this has already been resized, deprimed, and I was on the last stage of swaging. This one, everything is done. These are ready to load. Luckily, we've been shooting mostly the blaster ammo, which reloads, and most of this has already been swaged, so that's been a big help. But I go over it anyway just to make sure. And you're gonna need case lube. I like the Hornady One Shot. It's a spray. I don't like the little pads and the gel. That stuff is really gummy. I can't stand it. This also works to lube the rod in the middle of your press. It works wonderful, so you can, 2-for-1 deal. I also ordered some bags to cover. I didn't have this problem when I was in the house, but this back room is actually an add-on. It was actually supposed to be a laundry room. But I turned it into my workshop. I like being alone when I'm loading. I don't like a distraction. And some of y'all have been around a long time know I have a 4.5-year-old that's my little girl. And I mean, she's my little girl. I mean, the last 2 AR builds, she was in here learning, helping. I mean, she's only 4, so there's only so much she can do, but I'm pretty sure she already knows how to put a trigger spring in correctly, unlike some YouTubers we've seen. Ooh, burn. Anyway, so I ordered some bags to cover them, but you could use like a pillowcase, whatever. I'm getting a lot of dust on here, so I'm about to strip these down and clean them out. Now on the bottoms, you're always going to get powder residue. That gets nasty. I don't really have any tips about that. It's a pain in the ass. I use Q-tips to clean out the slots, and every once in a while I got to pull the press off unless you're going to put a hole in a table to drain out. Now the bench itself is actually one of those $20 computer desks from Walmart that I put some 1x10 planks across. So it's only 2 feet deep, 4 feet wide. It really doesn't take a lot of space. And you can actually do smaller setups. This is the way I just got this one. Alright, and here's a high brass from when Jim was out here the other day. This stuff is like gold when it comes to shotgun reloading. High brass is more expensive. Alright, now let's focus up. I got these little drawer things over here. These are great. I got several of them. Keep little parts, little screws, different gun pieces. You know, like here's an extra barrel bushing for a 1911. That changed out. That's probably pieces when I modified the Taurus with all the Wilson Combat stuff. We always do on the chats, and a lot of times I'll do my brass prep while we're in the Google chats. And our buddy Josh, Urban Armed, usually does his as load bench, and I've seen he had something like this, and I've been looking forever for these. These are made by Stack On. They're just a flap that slides in, and I like that because it keeps the dust off my other die sets. You know, you don't have to shut them, just set them like that, and it keeps most of the dust. Now this one is screwed in. It is bolted to the desk, bolted to the wall, so you see, not going nowhere. I keep my primers in here, like right here. I've got like, I think it's about 1,500 primers in each slot. I've got right here, I've got my Hornady scale. I've got sizing stuff. I've got down here, that's where I keep most of the loads I use, which I really only use Rocky Mountain reloading bullets for most of my stuff. There is some things I load I don't get from them. I've got some wicked 223s that I loaded for the new bench gun that are 67 grain Sierra boat tails, the Match King stuff. That is one of my favorites, and it is a wicked round. That's one of those I need to make a really long shot. It's got to count, blah blah blah. That's not my plinking ammo. Still using the mech press for my shotguns. I've got a video that's it's done pretty well on it. People like that I got film angle at the right angle anyway. So everybody, so far I've had no negative comments. Everybody was like, they really like the way I got 2 camera angles so you can see the process of loading. It's great. I don't buy buckshot. BBs works well. The thing with BBs though is, have you ever seen in your buckshot, when you're doing the double out buck, there's always that empty space. I can put more BBs in. I can make the load a little heavier, and it really hits hard if need be. I do all kinds of funky things. I even have one where I took CV, the ball bearings from CV joints. You can fit 3 in a shell. Those are nasty. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about loading some more of those. I got another Xbox to shoot. So, think I've covered it all. These kind of trays work well too for keeping little bits and pieces. These are great. You can get them at, I got these at Dollar Tree. They were $1 for 10 of them. They're great for keeping little springs and stuff for your ARs or whatever. Say they're also great for you had to pull some bullets, keep your powders separated. Like sometimes you get a pile of bullets and they don't look like they're gonna work well. Pull all the bullets, you can reuse the bullets, you can reuse the brass, but you don't know what the powder is, so you just want to keep that separate. Got these little big trays here. This is more brass than last time Jim was out. I'm not really doing anything with 45 right now, so I just kind of separated that, cleaned it, and put it to the side. I'm not going to deprime. I've already got a couple thousand rounds over there already deprimed. Heck, this is just a 9mm for the last couple times Jim was out in my personal shooting. It's probably around 400 or 500 rounds there. I have another 3,000 plus rounds over there that's clean, deprimed, and ready to load. I got several hundred down here ready to load. Matter of fact, I just ordered some more 9mm from Rocky Mountain Reloading. Love those guys. You can't beat. I think I'm getting two. You can just get a cheap. Just you got a couple of dollars. It's $29 for. Oh no, that's my 223. It's $29 for 250 55 grain full metal jackets. Shipped to your door. That's including shipping. I forgot what I paid for the 9mm. I got some of that coming. I just ordered some more. I'd spare $50. Ordered some more bullets for loading. Hell, here I've got some. If we ever get around to doing it, I have some 50 AE for Jim's Desert Eagle. I might start loading that for him. That's a big bullet. Here, let me show you comparison. That's 45. That's your 50 AE. All right. So, but that is the load bench pretty much. I like to do these whenever I change around just to give people ideas. And of course I full on man caved it out. If you look up here, I got my some of my Spawn figure collection, my little Batman Hot Wheels. It's a man cave, and I'm a little geekish. Sorry. One time I had 75,000 comic books. So anyway, guys, there you go. Sorry I ran on, but there's the idea. Hope anybody helps anybody out. If you have any basic load questions, shoot me a message. Also, if you're in this group, there are other guys who do loading. You've got some good vids on it. You know, Yankee 4's got some good vids on it. Corey, my man, Cotton 68 SPC, he's got some really good load videos. There's a few others. Got some great. They do a lot more load vids than I. You know, I do here or there. You know, like I did the shotgun one because I really didn't see any good ones on that press, so I threw up a video on it. So anyway, this is rambled on long enough. We're now at the 14-minute point. We can talk. Later.